I'm up for adoption. Anyone want to come home to this?
Dating any woman is dangerous enough without throwing a child that is not yours into the mix. Their kids are now your kids. You will be expected to pick them up from school. You'll be budgeting for 3 or 4 instead of 2. Your schedule will depend on the kids because they're your responsibility now. However, if you decide to discipline them because they're being terrors, she'll let you know that they're not your kids in a second.
Being single in your 30s is really tough. I hear you. I did it. I was single through most of my 30s. I dated someone for like 2 years of them. It is hard when everyone is getting married that you know and people you don't know because you see it on social media or wherever. What I did to be happy is literally choose things every single day that made me happy. So maybe it was grabbing coffee from my favorite coffee shop, or it was going for a walk and listening to my favorite podcast. And I also increased my friend group. And so I didn't just have very, very close friends. I had acquaintances who were also single and we had a good time together. So we would go out. I just built up my social calendar so much that I didn't feel like I was missing out and I had things to look forward to. And I think that's a huge part of it. I'm not going to tell you the sadness or loneliness is going to go away because it definitely creeps up. But the more you build a life that makes you happy, the less lonely it gets. And I am still single, by the way. And I hear you. You've got this and you're going to be just fine.
There comes a time in life when you draw a line for yourself and hang up the dating cap and just live your life. My take on being with someone with children, and this is just my opinion, but if it fits, why not? As far as pursuing someone with kids, or anyone at that matter, better to stay alone and wait until she or he comes along, if in fact that's your destiny.
Certain realities that women who are dating who have a child and there's not a man that is present, okay, whether that means a single mother or a divorced mother. I just learned that there's a difference between the two. There are harsh realities. I'm going to get into it in this video. Number one, it is limited options, okay? A lot of men don't prefer to date women with children. It's just, or with even with a child. It's just the reality of it. So we have to be mindful of the fact that our options are limited. Number two, your conduct in how you deal with men is very important. You now have children watching you conduct yourself in your relationships, making certain decisions. So it is very, very important for you to be aware of how you conduct yourself in the relationship. Because there's a child that's present, you have to be very, very careful about the men that you bring around your children. I mean, that is number one. You have to be more careful than you've ever been about who you choose to bring into your life.
Any man that's dated a single mother finds out soon enough that they are finishing in last place in her list of priorities. The kids always come first. Her recreational segs and procreational segs days are over with. The children never go away. Never make someone a priority when all you are to them is an option. Single moms start an interaction with you with the viewpoint of how you can make their life easier, better. The problem is they don't want to reciprocate. In fact, they are going to make your life harder by being a single mom.
We think single motherhood has been around for a long time. It really hasn't. This is a new concept, and they use marketing campaigns to get you to accept it. 1950s, 5%. Not a lot of children born to unwed mothers. We get to 2012, we're almost dang near half. Some communities, 70% of the children born to unwed mothers. Right now, the father absence is a crisis in America. I'm telling you this for a reason, because the guys that want to be fathers, probably half of you, will not even raise your kid from 0 to 18. The systems are already in place for you to not be in that home. So what does that lead to? Kids that grow up without a father, 4 times as much to be raised in poverty, 7 times likely to be a teenage pregnancy victim. More likely to experience child abuse. That's normally because single mother has moved in another man. Child obesity. Are we seeing this today? 2 times as likely to suffer from obesity. 73% of the prison inmates were raised in single-parent households, primarily single mothers.
The issue a lot of women overlook is that all their issues are based only on the men they were involved with. You keep going after the same type of man with those habits, you're going to have the same results. The ones that constantly want to have a good time and go wild are the ones who want someone after their fun is over. Let the independent women figure it out. They don't need a man. Let them be with their girlies and pretend they are happy. Men, don't fall for it. Do you. If you want to date, Look for a feminine woman who will devote herself to you, and the relationship will actually work with you and let you lead her.
I find it really stupid when I see men trying to make it a point that single mother standards are way too high. But wouldn't you think that a good mother or a good woman, period, would want the best for her children and want the best around her children? So you best believe that my standards are going to be through the roof. At this point, my standards are so high, I think I'm looking for Jesus Christ himself. Because, baby, I devote my life to being a mother and being a good woman so I can be a good mother. So yes, if you want to mess with me on that type of level, you need to prove to me why you are worthy of my time and why you are worthy to be in my child's presence on a consistent basis. Because I'd rather be alone forever than have my time wasted. So let me just make this clear. Don't take me being a single mother with a grain of salt. Just know that I work my ass off and I'm tired, okay? But I work my ass off as I should. So if you come into my life, you should be making things easier, not harder. And that goes for any relationship. But I'm quick to leave all types of situations.
If we look at relationships closely, they are all about power struggles. Women tend to use the notions of love to keep men in their control. Having kids with these women allows them to use men's resources more openly and to their advantage. And women are very shady when it comes to their resources. I have yet to meet a woman who is generous with what she earns or has inherited.
Hey, we're back in the school pickup line. Obviously, I spend my time making TikToks, but what do you do?
I wonder how long it'll be before the school realizes I don't even have kids that go here. Well, I don't even have kids.
Hey, we're back in the school pickup line. Obviously, I spend my time making TikToks, but what do you do?
I'm just thankful that your kid doesn't go to the same school as my son because I pride myself on being the hottest mom in the pickup line.
Hey, we're back in the school pickup line. Obviously, I spend my time making TikToks, but what do you do?
Dad, I think I need to go back to school. You already graduated. You don't need to go back to school. Lately I just feel stupid.
Hey, we're back in the school pickup line. Obviously, I spend my time making TikToks, but what do you do?
I didn't know we were supposed to dress like that for school pickup. I've been wearing too much clothes this whole time.
Hey, we're back in the school pickup line. Obviously, I spend my time making TikToks, but what do you do?
Oh, I don't do much. I'm pretty lazy.
So we showed up to the school drop-off line, but there was no school today.
As for single mothers today, they think they settled for their kid's father. They get 100s of likes and dozens of messages on dating apps every day. Guys are pursuing them, trying to take them out constantly. None of the guys stick around but think they just haven't found the right one. The guys won't have too many options to settle down with a single mom, but those same guys will gladly have a couple of single moms to have over 1 to 2x a week, while they are looking for someone without red flags.
That's it for me. One drink. I gotta go pick up the kiddos from the babysitter.
Oh, I totally understand. It's okay.
It's a weekday. Gotta be responsible. Take off those motherfucking drawers and give me that dick!
If it's a gamble, marrying a woman today, how much greater is the gamble with a woman that has baggage from a previous marriage gone sour? It's not a matter of a man being loving to that child. It's about the woman wanting your financial help. Just don't discipline her child. Don't tell her child what to do. It's about that child not giving that man respect because, after all, you're not the father even though he took him in and raised him as his own. The man seems to always get screwed. So, notice single mothers.
A lot of you like dating these like single moms that have like got massive amounts of kids already and like they're fucking like made really bad decisions. Like that's not your problem to solve. Some of you like fucking good men, guys that have great potential and things like that, and it's like you just walk into the fucking toy store instead of the toy store and buy shit out of the box. It's brand new. You go straight into like the broken section. You're like, oh, I can fix this. Just get something better off the fucking rack that's not broken.
The reality is that dating women who are single and have children is a dangerous game altogether. One of the most important reasons for not dating such women is that it's obvious they've made some horrible decisions in the past. She's made some extremely awful decisions in the past, which is the main deterrent to dating a single woman with children. It goes without saying that you need to consider a person's history and past choices. Depending on the situation, the decisions they made in the past are a good indicator of the decisions they will make in the future and the quality of those decisions.
When you're a guy and you make money, you want to put and invest your money in your offspring, not in other people's offspring.
Yeah, but
that's just the natural way of the world. That's how things go. Men typically want to take care of their own children. Now,
what if she's a millionaire and
there-
she helps and builds an empire with that man?
Okay, well, even better. If you're a millionaire, you're going to probably want a guy that's a millionaire too, right?
Exactly, but
Okay.
who said anything about a broke guy?
You know, but okay, good. So what do millionaires have that are men?
But my thing is, like,
Hold on, answer the question. What do men have that are millionaires? Options, which means they can date girls that aren't millionaires and be happy. You, on the other hand, can't date a broke guy and be happy. So they can get a girl that's 21, that isn't a millionaire, that doesn't have children, that can give him a family, and he won't have to take on someone else's kids.
So it's acceptable if the woman was married to a man who served in the military. It wasn't her fault. She didn't choose poorly. It was about circumstances. But if she just slept with the wrong kind of man and is now a single woman with kids to take care of, do you really want to be associated with someone who has shown such terrible judgment? Would you be surprised if they continued to show such poor judgment in other situations?
I'm going to be aggressive because nobody wants to hear this, because what you want me to say today is actually being a single mother is totally possible. It actually isn't. It was never meant to happen for the human race, number one. Number two, single biggest determiner of whether a mother is a good mother, what do you think it is? This is going to blow your mind when I tell you the answer. Whether they have a supportive partner. The major argument for good dads is actually, can the dad be there for the mom? Because it's like a direct chain is what we see. What you see is that if you've got a father figure, basically, who's supportive to the mother's energy goes towards the children. But the second that she doesn't have that supportive energy, she collapses, is what happens. And then the kids get starved. And we're not actually supposed to be living in a single-family household, so it's supposed to be a lot more support towards mom than just dad. But I'm going with standard societal structure. You are a victim of a society that was never meant to work this way.
I let them know up front, I got kids. You can either deal with it or not. You can either come through the door or lock it on your way back out.
Okay, and my answer to that is most guys are not going to. That's the man you described
To your opinion, a lot of women won't.
It's not. I need you to be objective here. What I'm telling you is the man that you described is extremely rare. If you can go ahead and get a younger woman that doesn't have children and doesn't have these things kind of that would potentially weigh him down and hurt his ability to earn money and or save money, he's probably going to go with that. And then also, interestingly enough, when we asked you about the Instagram, you said that you and your partner are 50-50. Well, the reality is you didn't describe a man that's 50-50. You described a man that's superior to in almost every which way.
Money doesn't mean anything in social media.
But you were saying that you guys are equal and he should be doing the same thing that you do. And my argument is that how can you expect that when he's the leader in the relationship? You described the guy who's
First of all, nobody's going to be a leader. It's a 50-50 relationship.
Oh, so
We
you expect
both
this man
alphas.
to make this money, be tall, both of you be alphas, be in a relationship with you, and you guys are both going to just rule together?
The point I'm trying to make is that a woman who has kids and is not an earning partner with her is going to be desperate. So as soon as you enter into a relationship with her, she's going to throw that financial desperation onto you and expect you to completely comply with her and use your wealth and resources on her and her children. And you know what? No matter how hard you try to love those children, she won't completely let you accept them, because once she's been through a divorce, she won't have that sense of familial stability in her mindset anymore. All right, guys, we've come to the end of this video, and if you enjoyed it, do well to click on the like and subscribe buttons. Don't forget to check other videos on our playlist. We've got some amazing contents for you. See you in our next video.